Hi, Cancer. Happy Halloween. I hope you all had a safe and fun Halloween evening. We did. We dressed up as Friday Night Funkin', the new video game, with the Sarvente mod. If any of you know what it is, our daughter was the nun. Andrew's boyfriend and I was girlfriend. We had a good time. There was a little boy that saw Andrew and he was like, "Boyfriend, you're my favorite." And he was so cute. He was a little Ghostbuster. And it was like he was seeing him for real. It was adorable. So, as some of you know, it's that wonderful time of year on my channel, and we do the Halloween spread, Cancer. This is for you. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And over the years, I've kind of decided, you guys keep getting this in your pre-shuffle. Anyway, I've kind of decided over the years that the Halloween reading cross-watchers are always welcome. However, I kind of like it to be more intimate and just who I'm talking to at the time, but obviously cross-watchers are always welcome. If it resonates, cool. Let me know in the comments down below or right now. Connecting with you guys has always been my favorite part of the gig. But guys, if it doesn't fit, don't try to make it. You'll know if I'm talking to you, if this is part of your story. Again, if it does resonate, comment, hit the like, connect with me. If it doesn't, you can check out your moon and ascendant and Venus signs or any other amazing reader we have here on YouTube. So, that being said, Cancer. I do have to say, in the pre-shuffle, I kept getting for you guys the Five of Pentacles, which actually just ended up kicking out as your ghost. Oh, sorry, I should explain this. For those of you that do not know the Halloween spread, it is a 3-card spread, typically. And it's ghosts from the past that are still haunting you, the goblins in the present that are pissing you off, and the pumpkins to harvest for a brighter future, Cancer, okay? So you guys kept getting, in the pre-shuffle, the High Priestess and the Five of Pentacles. And funnily enough, the Five of Pentacles ended up being your ghosts from the past. We'll get to that. But I feel like some of you guys, with the High Priestess partnered with that, I feel like some of you guys are really kicking yourself. Look, you have 555 here so far. This is the bottom of the deck. We don't have your pumpkins yet. But some of you guys just recently went through some shit, and it's because I feel like, Cancer, you second-guessed your intuition. Probably in a love situation. It could have been in a financial situation, because the Five of Pentacles is not only a feeling of being abandoned and left out in the cold, it's also financial constraint and a test of resources. And I feel like you guys are kicking yourself in the ass like, I fucking knew it. I knew this person was, gonna bail on me. I knew this person didn't have the job for me, they said. I knew this person was just blowing smoke up my ass, but I really feel like it is in a relationship sense, given the next card that you have. So let's get some glorious pumpkins for my fellow water signs, Scorpio dominant, and then we'll get into it, okay? Please give me some beautiful pumpkins for my beautiful Cancers. Ooh, okay. We're going to take that as another goblin. Unorthodox Niki here. All right. Let's get her. Oh, yeah. This person, you needed to go, Cancer. You needed to go. Not only did this person leave you in the dust, but they, like, really emotionally fucking did a job. Made sure that they really made you feel like shit before they did that, before they left you, or before they left the situation, before they took the money and run. I just heard before they just kind of ghosted you. And it doesn't even have to be a love situation. I feel like it's a friendship situation that could have taken a turn for the worse very quickly. You'll see why in a moment. What better pumpkin for my Cancers than the Chariot? Beautiful. Okay. There's a lot of heartache on the table, Cancer. We're water signs. Would it be a fucking reading if it was not directing heartbreak and sorrow and emotional stuff for us? No, I think not. Let's get into it, Cancer. Bottom of the deck energy. So Three of Swords. This is a card of sorrow. This is a card of betrayal. This is a card of heartbreak. In the upright, it is very much a sneaky, deceptive energy. But the thing is, in the upright, once you hit this Three of Swords and that heartbreak or sorrow or shitty information comes to light, you can finally, like, I just felt like this anxious feeling leave my chest. You can finally breathe because the clarity that you've been wondering about comes to you. And it may come to you, you know, in the manner of a harsh, you know, betrayal or a harsh fight. But Cancer, after this, you can go to your Four of Swords and rest, you know, before you feel like going out to battle in the Five of Swords. Yeah, what do we have under that? Yeah, you guys were waiting a long time for this to come to culmination. Nine of Wands. Staying power, courage, same course. Oh, there's my Cancer best friend right there. I'm live, so but Andrew's in there. But yeah, Cancer. So basically, you saw this coming. I think somebody fucked you over and you saw it coming, but you second guessed your intuition. Because you wanted to stick it out. You wanted to stick it out with this person. You wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. But at the end of the day, you had this nagging fucking feeling that you were right. And some of you were, for those that this is resonating with, okay? So let's get into the main reading. Okay, the ghosts from the past that are still haunting you, again, is the Five of Pentacles. Again, poverty, financial strain. But I don't really feel like that's what this is for you guys. I feel like this is more the feeling of being abandoned and left out in the cold by somebody. And yeah, it may have the financial component tied to it if they did betray you and screw you over. Because they could have left you holding a bag on some bills or some type of financial obligation that you both had. And now you're kind of left holding the bag, Cancer. The goblins in the present that are pissing you off, I took two goblins for you, is Five of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So presently, okay, in the past, this person was very suddenly kind of emotionally distancing themselves from you. And with the Five of Cups here, it is sorrow, kind of like the Three of Swords, but it's confusion after a breakup. It's sorrow, but it's like a deepened sadness, almost like a depressed feeling. You are looking at these three cups spilled in front of you, Cancer, focusing on what was lost in the situation. And you need to realize that there are two full chalices behind you, either symbolizing, you know, a new opportunity. But for me as a reader, it's always symbolized that you still have people in your corner. Even though you may feel alone right now, even though you may feel like, you know, everybody that you've cared about has fucked you over, or, you know, maybe not everybody, but most relationships or, you know, friendships have gone sour. You need to know that you do have two people that have always been and will always be in your corner. I feel like it could be like a mother and a sister, a best friend, and like a coworker, a cousin, and a brother, you know? And pairing that with the Ten of Swords, this came very swiftly. And I also want to say to you, Cancer, that some of you guys, if the financial constraint component was a part of it, the Ten of Swords for me is always an ending, but it's always an ending that involves other people and them putting their nose where it doesn't belong. The Ten of Swords is ruin. It is dramatic ending. It's overkill. Like, look at this. Like, he could have just been stabbed once and probably been good. But no, they had to go and fucking stab the dude 10 times in the back. You know he's dead after the first, you know, sword to the back, but it's overkill. And that tells me that there's a air of like pettiness and like vindictiveness behind this ending. Also, this for me, the Ten of Swords for me is an ending that a lot of other people could have been involved, could have been giving the person on the other side of this situation with you unsolicited advice, maybe getting in their head a little bit even, Cancer. So they exit stage left really quick. As I was saying, the High Priestess also is coming out in your pre-shuffle a lot. So I feel like the reason why you're feeling, you know, abandoned and upset and heartbroken is because, Cancer, you, as we tend to do as water signs, we're getting these intuitive, like, pings or intuitive messages about this situation, and you chose to give the person the benefit of the doubt anyway, knowing that in the back of your mind that you probably were right about these feelings that you were getting, and that's why you're like kicking yourself in the ass now for it. We all do it. But good news. Like I said, what better pumpkin to have for my Cancers than the Chariot? So the pumpkin's harvest for a bright future, okay? A better future, a better path. This is your card. This is your major arcana card. I believe this is your only major. I sometimes associate the High Priestess or the Moon card, sometimes with Pisces, Cancer, excuse me. But typically, this is your jam right here, okay? The Chariot is all about moving forward. It's all about, you know, picking yourself up, like we do so many times, and moving forward in a positive manner, in a self-confident manner. And with your dignity and will intact still, Cancer. Yes, you can, you know, take this time currently to, you know, hide. They tell us Scorpios to go into our cave. I think Cancers, they say, oh, retreat into your shell or whatever, which is weird because crabs don't do that. But anyway, you can take this time to lick your wounds, Cancer, but know that on the other side of this is victory for you. It's will. Like, your will is still intact. And at the end of the day, you know that this is a positive move for you, and you know that you're heading away from this person is probably the best direction for you. Some of you guys might even be moving to get away from this person, because at its very base interpretation of the Chariot, it is about driving a car or just movement in general. But you guys are moving on up. You're moving in a positive direction, no, Cancer, okay? Heartbreak aside, you know, feeling ghosted and abandoned aside, they're doing you a favor, because you don't want people like that around you. You know what I mean? It sucks when it happens. For some of you, I feel like this happened quite a while ago, but it's still just burning your ass, Cancer. It's just still really bothering you, because I feel like if it wasn't a love situation, this was somebody that was really close to you. If it wasn't a best friend, it was a sibling or something of that manner, or someone that you've known like your whole life. And that's why it just hurts so bad, because it was like everything was good for a while, and then they just slowly started to detach. And even though you probably did, you know, you weren't totally like blindsided by it, it was a shock, because everything had been going good. I feel like for whomever this is resonating for, this is one of the situations that I'm picking up on, that shit was going good, you know? And then maybe these fucking cackling hens, as I like to refer to this card as sometimes, they got in their head. Unsolicited advice from people is the best. Sarcasm. Cancer, because they, you know, it's usually people that are jealous and people that have no business, you know, sticking their nose into other people's business, but misery loves company, unfortunately. So you need to just take that Chariot energy that is yours, literally, that's your major, and just move on with your head up. And for some of you, I really just feel like they're going to come crawling back. But just remember this when they try to, okay? All right? Don't let them try to rush in with this urgent communication and this, you know, stressful situation, just to, you know, bamboozle you all over again. I really feel like some of you guys, side note, could be connecting with Leo or Gemini energy, because that was like popping big time in the pre-shuffle as well. A lot of the Sun, a lot of the Strength card, and the Mother of, not the Mother, the Queen of Wands, and the Magician. So let's see what the Moonology deck has for you guys, to see if we have any validating messages or any new messages that you may need to hear. Okay. Oh, bottom of the deck. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Check that shit out. Boom. I was using the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck, I believe, but for Gemini, I busted this one out, so I figured it would be nicely for my, people that are ruled by the moon. All right. I hope you all had a wonderful evening tonight. Halloween is so fun. I'm going to be 39 in 2 weeks, and it's still one of my favorite holidays. I love it. And I love that I have a boyfriend that has no problem dressing up with us and being goofy and things like that. It just makes it so much better. All right. Universe Source, please give me some validating messages or any information that Cancer may need to know at this time, whenever they should find this. Are you going to be like that? Are you going to be like Virgo and always make me pull? All right, what do we got here? Oh my God. Ha! This is funny. Gemini got this too. Hold your vision. Stand your ground. Okay. There's one of two ways you can go in this situation, I believe, when this card comes up. And I just heard don't back down, Cancer. We will, the Oracle cards, I do like to sometimes read the short interpretations, because sometimes there's key phrases in there that will resonate with you guys that I may not be picking up on. And plus, it's really fucking hard to memorize like 20 Oracle decks, and that's probably how many I have. What else do we have for my beautiful Cancerians? No, not yet. Okay. Ooh, emotions are running high. No way, Cancer. No way. We don't do that. Emotions are running high. Supermoon. I believe last Halloween it was a supermoon. Full moon. Supermoon. And surrender to the... I know it was full moon. Surrender to the divine on the bottom of the deck. Full moon. Yeah. Surrender to the divine. Give this shit up to, the universe. You know that this has run its course, most likely, if this is resonating for you, and just be happy that you're getting out now, I want to say to you. But again, some of you, I feel like this happened a long time ago, and it's still really bothering you because of the person who, or the manner in which they decided to, dip out was, or how close to you they were. Some of you guys, you just met this person, you realized they were deceitful, and they skedaddled or whatnot, never happened, and you're like, okay, good, because you knew it wasn't going down a good road. But again, we always like to give the benefit of the doubt. Emotions are running high. Supermoon. This card suggests that the answer to whatever you're asking is writ large like the silvery full moon set against the velvety night sky. If you're wondering how successful something is going to be, such as a job or a relationship, the answer is very. This is coming after the energy of that. This is your pumpkin. This goes along with your pumpkin, I think, with your Chariot card of moving forward in a positive direction. That's just how I see it. That's how I'm picking it up for you guys. To use common parlance, the answer to your question the answer to your question may very well be right under your nose. This card is about being larger than life, being special, and bursting with energy that you can tune into and work with. That's why you're kicking yourself in the ass, is because you did tune into the situation and you decided to try to give the person the benefit of the doubt. I keep coming back to that. And with the High Priestess especially, you know, it wasn't about the secret knowledge. They weren't holding anything from you. It was about you tapping into your intuition and going, maybe I'm wrong this time. And then being like, shit, when you weren't. When you weren't wrong. You can expect plenty of good things and a positive outcome when this card comes up. But if you find that there are a lot, but you may find that there's also a lot of emotions to deal with too. That is perfectly the sequence in how the events probably are unfolding. There's also a sense that the opportunities are around you, whatever you're asking about, and they don't come along every day, so take action. The attuned to the moon is success is close. I just must trust. Trust your gut, Cancer. Trust those dreams that you're having. Additional meanings for the card are a resolution to your question is closer than you may think. Don't ignore the obvious. Something exciting lies ahead. Make sure you don't blow events out of proportion. We can do that as well. And speak to the goddess and ask for her assistance. I believe when they're referring to the goddess, they mean Hecate, the goddess of the moon. Not positive. But, or just sit outside at night and gaze at the moon, you know, and kind of meditate in these hours of the evening. If you're feeling like emotions are running high. That's just a side note for me, what I feel like helps. Should I just solve this? Come on. Mother Mary. I keep skipping right over it. I apologize. Okay, hold your vision. Now, this is more like what I feel like could be your pertaining to your pumpkins, and I mean your goblins and your ghosts. There are two main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. Don't go back down. Don't let them come crawling back like I was just saying before. Remember, in the manner in which they took off or however the situation played out. The second, very different interpretation is that something is stuck. That could be referring to the situation that you're asking about. If that's the case, have a look at what you can do to grease the wheels so the events may move forward. Bam. Chariot card, your card. Move forward in a positive manner, in a quick manner. If that's the case, sorry, I read that. To move forward. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there is a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Stop resisting the change. Be the one to break the deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies for you. This offers up a chance for some self-reflection. Attuned to the moon is yes. Just say that word a lot and see how it feels. Additional meanings for this card are staying power. Didn't I pull the Nine of Wands for you? I think that was under the bottom of the deck or something, because that is the card of staying power and courage and stamina and staying the course. Staying power, faith, or patience are needed. Someone needs to back down. Avoid stagnation. And a personal or professional relationship will be enduring. So I feel like, Cancer, that some of you have already dealt with this energy and you're just still kind of like, not reveling in it. You're still kind of like waiting around in that shitty energy because it was kind of catching on. It kind of caught you off guard, basically. Others of you that kind of knew it was coming or saw it from the beginning and chose to try to give the person the benefit of the doubt. Still, same, hurts, sucked, but, you know, I think those of you will be able to move on a little faster and a little more efficiently, for lack of a better word, because you did see. You just chose to try to give the person the benefit of the doubt. Let's check out the bottom of the deck. Might as well. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to the mind. Agreed? But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, to a point. a conclusion or a turning point. There may be some kind of change. For a lot of you, I really feel like this has already come to fruition. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. That's what I've been saying. Don't second guess your intuition, Cancer. You have it for a reason. You're a water sign. Water and air, no offense to anybody else, I feel like are probably the most intuitive of the zodiac, just so happens to be. I mean, anyone can be, but we tend to second guess it more often, I think, than most. Yeah, tune into your emotions, see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface, no matter when the moon cycle is that you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude, and you will find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. That makes sense. With the Ten of Swords being there in your goblins with the Five of Cups, that's very tumultuous emotional energy. The attune to the moon or the affirmation is, I'm getting the answers I need. This person is showing you who the fuck they are, Cancer. So at the end of the day, like, that's a blessing, you know. The additional meanings for this card are a wish you made is about to come true. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air, so breathe deep and stay calm. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. Put a pin in that. And it is time to let go of the past and move on. Boom, tarot deck drop. That is your card. That's your pumpkin. It keeps telling you to just see it for what it is and move on. See it for what it is and move on. And what was I just all excited about? Because that was another. I love when the oracles validate the tarot cards. You may need to forgive someone and release negative energy. The Three of Swords in the upright is very much about clarity after this heartbreak and sorrow situation. But for me as a reader, when it comes out in the reverse, I know it didn't, but that is very much about receiving an apology. Or extending an apology to someone for this shitty situation that took place. So I almost mentioned it when I was talking about the person maybe coming back around and trying to like schmooze back into your life. But when you forgive someone, I just told Gemini this, when you forgive someone, Cancer, it's not to let them off the fucking hook. It's to let you off the hook. It's to like, so you can start your healing process. You're forgiving them and not saying, oh, it's okay that you fucked me over. You know, that's cool. Do it again. You're forgiving them so you can just like wash your hands of it, usually, depending whether or not you want this person still in your life. That's your choice. But most of the time, forgiving people is just better because you're not holding on to negative, stagnant, shitty energy, which unfortunately those people probably kind of live there all the time. So, anywho, I hope that helped, Cancer. For those of you that it may have resonated with. Again, I hope you guys had a wicked awesome Halloween. If this is your first time, hi, Niki. Socks for love. If this is your 100 millionth time that you've seen me, thank you guys for always sticking behind me and my quirky ways. I love you all very, very much. You mean the world to me. I really hope this message reaches who it needs to tonight, and we'll see you soon for November and the end of the fucking year already. I can't believe it. Well, November and December. Cancer, have a good night. Namaste. Happy Halloween. And thank you. Thank you guys very much.